Hi everyone, I'm Talia and today I'm showing you my Happy Planner Bullet Journal Hybrid. Okay, so this is my first Happy Planner Bullet Journal Hybrid video. And because of that, I think I owe the people that I bullet journal for an explanation. So I was going to do a separate video where I explained all the reasons I switched from bullet journaling to this Happy Planner, even though I'm still bullet journaling in the Happy Planner. But it's just going to be a crazy long video. And quick version is I was getting burnt out from doing bullet journal calendars every month. I got tired of drawing out this calendar. I would do it for January and then I would get tired, and so February I did a more traditional bullet journal calendar, but this was still a lot of work to set up. I love planning. I'm a planner addict, but life will hit you and it's not gonna wait until you're ready to plan. It would still take me a long time and you had to be in the mood. Like this spread, I hated this. I went over this in a different color when I was doing it because I just wasn't inspired that day, and I started doing it in the light pink and it just did not look right, so I switched to this kind of odd purple and magenta combo, which worked. It worked in the end, but it was just such a struggle, and I wanted it to be easier than that. So I'm going to take you on this tour, show you what's like a bullet journal and what's not, and I'll show you what came with the planner and what didn't. So this is actually going to be kind of a long video, but hopefully someone likes it. Give me a thumbs up if you do. So when you open it up, the first page says, "Hello Sunshine, this big happy planner belongs to you," and I wrote my name. And it's a 2018-2019 planner, and it actually starts in July. So let me show you the July. It's an 18-month planner, I should point that out. Okay, so you start out with 2018 right here, and actually this is an add-on, so I'll go to the next page. So you have your 19 on the other side. So it has a 2018, 2019, and then after that you just launch it straight into the months. So this is the month of July that it started in, July 2018, and it's gonna go into your weeklies, and it actually starts on Monday, so this is June, and then that's July 1st, and so on and so forth. It came with 18 months, and I actually pulled those all out. This is the only month I left in there because I started it in April, so I needed 4 months before that, but that's the ones they had out. I could have bought one from last year and thrown out half the planner, but I said, why don't I buy the insert and then I can use the whole planner. So this is the insert. And it comes with little stickers so you can label the tabs. So here's one that's labeled. And this one I haven't labeled yet. So that's gonna be April, May, June. And then I'm gonna jump to July right there. So April, it came with also this name sticker and this other sticker on the back. And then all these numbers were stickers, so I just put them in. And then I started laying out my calendar and decorating. So I know I said I wanted to get away from work, and you're like, oh, you got to put all those stickers in. That's a lot of work. That's true. But once I get into my actual inserts for a year and a half, I won't have to put any numbers. It's set up. It's ready to go. Okay, into the weeks. Then you just set up the week, and these are going to be my to-do list, little boxes, and then I can decorate it, stick in stickers. It looks so much more aesthetically pleasing to me with a lot less effort, because I'm really into stickers anyway. So I just kind of set this up, and then I'm just going to write in it, and these are kind of my daily, weekly combo pages, and those are awesome. They're ready to go. So that part of it is very Happy Planner. I'm going to do my daily, weekly, monthly planning, very Happy Planner-esque. And I think, that's the reason most people use planners anyway, is because these layouts, they work. They have a little bit of a limitation, but for the most part, they have all these sections. They're not labeled. I can do whatever I want with them. So next week, it's a blank slate. If I want to put my to-do lists all at the bottom and put pictures up at the top, I can do that. Or I could do kind of a weekly, like these are events and these are tasks and these are meal plans. I can do whatever I want. So it's very flexible in that way. So now let me show you the parts of the planner that are going to be bullet journal. Okay, so these sections, I made the dividers myself, so they're a little homey. Like this one I try to reinforce with extra paper and it looks a little off with the packing tape, but most of the time you don't even look at it, you just flip it open and you see the back. So in that sense, I was too worried about how it looks on the front, but they are actually really cute, so I'll flip through those for you. So my first section is lists. So this is my master to-do list from Alejandra.tv, and if you've seen my other videos, you've seen this in the planner. My next one is my grocery list, and I can just continue right there and, you know, save a lot of paper. And then I have a shopping list. It's also slash a wish list for things that I want to buy. And then lastly, I have, that's just some goal setting. I have some paper for my GTD list, and I just made that a goal setting page in there just because whenever I need paper where I'm just like come up with a brainstorm and I just want to write it down, this is my GTD section for lists. So this was just a list of goals, and this is just extra paper for writing lists. And I went with the graph paper because, I don't know, I just like the look of it. I just think it's structured and orderly, and I wanted graph paper for my list section. Something about it just said GTD to me, so I went with the graph paper in there. And then in the next section is my trackers. So I have my April habit tracker, and I set it up for the second half of the month. I did a chores and a personal. So I just broke it up into two since I had a half month, but I'll probably go back to a sideways layout for May. And then after that, I have a weekly routine chart. These are all from Alejandra.tv also. Monthly routine chart and a quarterly routine chart. So I haven't set those up yet. I'm kind of doing a blank flip through for you guys. So I'm going to fill those in with what my tasks are that need to be done on those routine basis. And then I created this expense tracker sheet. It's just very simple. Date, location that I bought it, the description of the item, and the amount. And I printed it double-sided so I can write on both sides. And this is looking very bullet journaling now. You get to do keep moving forward. One of my favorite quotes from Meet the Robinsons. Walt Disney said that. And then I go into my goals, which I didn't set up yet. I did all that goal brainstorming on the other page, and then I'm going to write them in here very nice for April, May, and June. So I'm a little behind on my goal setting this quarter, but I was kind of in a planner flux, so I'm okay with that. And then it has a separate calendar tracker in here, and so these are where all my trackers go. So anything I want to track, any habits, expenses, moods, I'll put a mood mandala in here too. Anything, or gratitude, if I'm doing a gratitude log, I can put that in there as well. So my next section is collections, and I put in the dot grid paper, and I got these all from my Rhodia dot pad. Hole punched them and put them in. And what I'm going to do in here is like books to read, movies to watch, all those typical Bujo collections. Also, I'm going to put a perpetual calendar in here, and I'm really excited about doing that part because there's a lot of things that I didn't migrate in my bullet journals because it just took forever to set up, and I was only using the bullet journal for a couple months before I filled up the pages. So then I didn't want to redo my perpetual birthday calendar, so that was always in a separate notebook. But now I can put everyone's birthdays in there, or a list of holidays. I can also put a school calendar in there that'll just stay with me the whole year. And also the beauty of that is I can just print it out too if I don't feel like drawing out my son's school calendar for kindergarten. I can just print out the school calendar and stick it in my collections, and then I always have that as a reference. I will be indexing this section. Actually, I'm going to be indexing most of the sections just so that I have an idea of what goes where. Like, for example, even in my lists, you know, we were talking about the grocery list, I'll just constantly have that as page 2, and then I rip out the page and replace a page 2 when I don't like that, or when that gets all full, so that my grocery list will always be page 2 in my list category. Same thing with the index over here. I'm going to have probably the Perpetual Calendar, that'll be number 1, and then I can cycle things through. So if I read all the books for 2017, I can pull that out and put in a new book section. So yeah, I think that index is going to work really great. And talk about free printables too. There's so many free printables all the time on Pinterest and things, and I never get to use them, especially when I'm looking up things that are more like goal setting, cleaning checklists and things like that, organization. They have, a lot of them will make free printables for you, and a lot of them are really useful, and I want to include them in my planner, but when you're in just a bullet journal, I'm like, do I really want to waste sticker paper to print that out and stick it in my planner, and I'm only going to use my planner for 4 months, I'm going to have to print it out again. So now that is not even a thought. I just put whatever I need in here, and it can stay in here indefinitely. So my next tab is my writing tab. And in here I put lined paper, and this is probably, silly as it sounds, the part I'm most excited about. I am a writer, I love writing, and I hate writing on dots. For some reason, the dot paper bothers me. I don't feel as excited, as creative. I just am not moved by dots. I don't know if that's weird, if that's just me being a psychological weirdo, but I mean, I have written in it, and that was kind of the point of the bullet journal why I was so excited, is I would have space if I needed it. Just turn the page and you'd have all this space. But I don't do as well as on the lines, and I obviously didn't want to get a line grid journal and have to try to draw a calendar on there, and like the spacing would have been off, it would have looked awful. So I just didn't want to do that at all. So I'm really excited about having all this paper, and again, I just got these out of a legal pad and hole punched them, and they're ready to go. And then my last section is my fitness section. And I actually bought the Happy Planner Fitness inserts, and I haven't labeled them yet because I'm thinking about reusing them with my own printouts after these months are up, so I don't have to buy a new one. But they give you the stickers just like everything else. They're undated, so you can put all the stickers on just like I showed you with my other blank inserts. And then they have this, and it has breakfast snack, lunch snack, dinner, and the days of the week, weekly goals, calorie total section, an exercise section, and a water tracking section. And I'm really excited about using this because I would put it on my dailies, but it kind of just gets mixed in there, and I really want to keep track of what I actually ate versus what I plan to eat, because I'm very finicky, and like I plan to eat peanut butter and jelly or whatever, and I don't feel like peanut butter and jelly, I feel like tuna, so I mix up whatever I'm eating. So I think these boxes are perfect. They're big enough that I can write, you know, like what I plan and what actually happens. So I'm thinking about splitting them up into 2. And yeah, it just goes through like that. And then they have these cute little dividers. Oh, and progress selfies in the back. So I'm really happy with the Happy Planner brand as far as all the things that they give you. And a lot of these, like, you could probably make something like this yourself. But it's inspiring to me that way, that I can really customize this the way I want. And a lot of people make their own covers. So you could, if you don't like the cover, or if you don't like the rings, they sell replacement rings, and you can make your own cover. But I just bought this one as is. I liked it, so went with it. And then in the back I have the stickers that I was talking about for the undated planners. I just put them in this little pocket, and then I have some receipts back here for tracking my expenses. I just said, hey, that's a lot better than the bottom of my purse. So that's where I'm keeping all those. And that is pretty much the end of the tour. All right, everyone. So for those of you who are diehard bullet journalists, I'm really sorry that I crossed over. I gotta do me. I gotta do what's best for me. And this is really inspiring to me. It's really exciting. I had so much fun setting it up, and that's why I wanted to share it with you all. So you'll still see bullet journal spreads from time to time, but I'm going to be more inclusive, obviously, because I'm also going to be doing planner type stuff and happy planner type stuff. So I hope this video was helpful. You know, I don't get paid for making YouTube videos anymore. So I'm just doing it now just to help people out who are trying to find systems that will work for them, that will get them inspired. And so I hope that this gave you a little bit of motivation for your day, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.